Right, okay guys, good morning. It is Tuesday the 8th of November 2022 and I am over at the Everton Stadium site at Bramley Moore Dock, just to introduce my midweek video that I do each and every week. So the midweek ones, if you don't know the format by now, I'll let you know. Every weekend I do the full fly around, showing us the entire site and giving an update of having a good look at it. And Everton and Lango Rourke have asked us not to fly midweek, so these midweek ones, this one, what I do, I use the footage from my weekend video from which was Saturday the 5th of November. That will be all the footage you see today, answering some questions and comments that you've put on that video. Let's have a look round. Have a look round at it there. The site looks huge. You know what, one thing I notice as I drive down Blackstone Street, which basically comes right down towards it, the site is facing that street almost. You can see it right at the top of the street now. You can just see the north and south stand and the corners towering above the wall as you come down that street. And yeah, it's just looking huge. So what we're going to do, without any further ado, we're going to jump into the footage and my video for this week. As I said, this is the midweek video, answering any comments and questions you've put to me over the weekend. Let's have a look at it. Okay everybody, so we're going to get straight up in the air, and I just want to remind you, just while I get started there, I am using the footage from my weekend video. This was taken on the morning of Saturday the 5th of November. So remember, because Everton have asked us not to fly our drones midweek, I use my footage from the weekend to do these midweek videos. So what we're doing is we're looking at your comments and questions put on my weekend video and addressing them in this video. It's what we see. So getting straight up there, having a look at it, and we'll start on the first question. I'll tell you what I'll do, actually, just remind everybody, I'll put a still up here and remind you of the stands. We've got the east stand right in front of us, west stand up by the Mersey, the north stand to the right, and the south stand to the left. Let's get into the first question. Right, so first up is Andrew Keenan, and Andrew said, great footage. They've started to build the support structure for the north stand roof trusses, so they can't be far off. A lot has moved on in the last week. Great to see. Yeah, Andrew, thanks very much for that. Thanks for your comments. And you're right, so we're circling now around the southeast corner. We are circling. As you can see at the top of the screen, you can see it's like a blue scaffold tower type shape coming out the north stand. Remember, the north stand is the furthest to the right, furthest away from us at the moment, and in the top left of that you can see a blue tower coming out. Now we know from the plans that these blue tower shapes, there's going to be, I think it was at least 3 in each of the stands when they're putting the roof trusses up. We've seen it behind the stand last week, and now they've put one up there. And here's one I used this is one I took, a zoom shot I took to look at the wall on the west stand, but it's a good shot of that blue tower again, that blue roof truss support. You can see at the top of the picture. And here we go, coming round we'll take a shot round there, circling the northwest corner. Once again, it's clear and obvious to see that they've built that blue tower up there. It's coming up out of where the white steel framing was that we spoke about in the previous week. So I'm not sure if it goes all the way down to the floor, if it starts from that white steel that's halfway up the stand in the gap. And then the next shot here is probably the best one. It's coming along, close up, coming along the north stand from the northwest corner down to the northeast corner. Now what I've noticed on this as we approach, so we know there's going to be at least one more tower going up further down, but look on the floor there right behind the stand, there's some more of the blue support there already obviously ready to be put up. So yeah, thanks very much for that, Andrew. But yeah, clear to see it. They've definitely started putting that up. So yeah, thanks very much. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, and next we move on to Stephen Richardson. So staying with the roof trusses. Stephen said, I thought they were lifting a roof truss last week. What went wrong? JFC replied, weather has slowed progress, I think. So yeah, Stephen. So I'll just circle the northeast corner whilst we're talking about this. But yeah, Stephen, you're right. They were supposed to be doing it last week. To be honest, I think the initial plans were even to start the week before. But yeah, there's when it comes to lifting, it's not. I've only learned this, by the way, since I've been doing these sorts of videos, these construction videos. When it comes to lifting heavy parts into place, roof trusses and things like that, it's not an exact science, and they'll have plans, but it very often doesn't go exactly according to plan, unfortunately. I believe that it's now scheduled for this week, but you know, the wind, as soon as the wind gets above a certain I think it's miles per second or something like that, they have to abort. They've got no choice, they have to abort. So it's a tough job, but obviously I think it'll be like a contingency where, you know, there's loads more for them to be doing and cracking on with. But yeah, like it will be done. It'll go when it goes. That's the thing that I've certainly found out with lifting steel. Like I say, I'm no construction expert, but just since I've started doing my construction type of drone videos and watching builds, that I've learnt the lifting phases can go on for weeks from when it's planned to when they actually get it done. So yeah, we just have to be patient, guys. Just have to be very patient. Okay, so next up we have Roberto Tovar, who says, say Nick, I'd love to start that. Say Nick, what is the white metal building you can see in the background in some shots? Construction headquarters. Yeah, absolutely, it is, Roberto. So I don't get it in many shots. They did move it. It used to be directly in front of Blackstone Street where I take off, but they've moved it now to behind the south east corner. So I'm just circling round here, but if I skip to tell you what, if I skip to a shot where this is where I'm coming around the southwest corner, you can see the top right of the video. There's the white buildings just over the water. That's the construction headquarters. I believe it's very busy. It's a big office for big offices to be on site. They have quite a good lookout as well. You can probably see a glass bit. Here's where I'm coming across the back of the north stand, and you can see it on the top left. And I'll move to a still that I take from the north east corner, and you can see it just in the top left there, but it's not very clear. But I tell you what, I'll get a better shot of that, Roberto, at some point. They do actually have a big a large picture of the site on one of the far end, which is away from the site. So I'll get that in and show you all. But yeah, it's definitely the construction offices, the site offices. Yeah, definitely. Very big for a construction site, but yeah, that's definitely what it is. Thanks, Roberto. Right, okay, next up we're going to go to Swifty, who says, looks like the new bridge at the northwest corner has started being installed since your last video, Nick. Swifty, I was confused what you meant by this. I've had a little look. So we're coming around the north. No, we're not. We're coming around the southwest corner here, and I think the top. I'll just point out right here. I think the top left of the video. That's the only thing I can see what you mean. Is that what you mean, Swifty, when you say the bridge, the new bridge? Clarify that for me, because that's the only thing I can see that you mean. We'll go to a different shot here. Go to the reveal that I do, and can't see it on that thing. It might be just out of focus on the left. Let's go to the pan across. So that's the southwest corner. As we get across to the northwest corner, see if we can see it. And in this. I think it'd just be coming in to focus. There, bottom left. Is that what you mean, Swifty? That bottom left bit as we zoom in. That bottom left right there. Is that what you mean, Swifty? That they've just started installing that? Let me know, please, because I'm just confused at what you mean. If that's it, let me know, and I'll have a better look. Thanks for picking that up. Right, okay, moving on. We have Tony Curran, who says, fantastic video again, Nick. Just repeating about Nelson Dock. Shouldn't Everton put some sort of deposit on it for future plans, i.e. car park, fan zone, or anything else? We don't want someone else buying it in the future. P.S. I walk for Everton Park a lot, and it looks absolutely amazing from there. Just imagine it under the floodlights. Yeah, so Nelson Dock, in case you don't know, it's the one we're circling towards now, where it's just water behind the south stand. So, Tony, yeah, what you're saying is that Everton should be making plans to buy out that dock as well and do works on that. Yeah, I mean, I get your point totally. But you know, I think let's build the stadium first. Let's get that built. I mean, it's already a massive investment, isn't it? And a lot of work, you know, to then dredge all that water and get all that water out of Nelson Dock and everything, and all the work involved there. You know, surely they've just got to look at getting the stadium built. Surely, I think there's already plans for the likes of like places around in the site, in the Bramley Moore Dock site, that people can gather for the likes of fan zone, car park. Yeah, people keep mentioning this, and I think there's a next question in a minute about that. But yeah, there is a potential answer that come to light recently on that. But you know, there's no car park at Goodison, is there? It can get busy up there, but we all manage. Yeah, I get your point, Tony. I do, but I just think, you know, I think it's got to be. They've got to build the stadium first, haven't they? Before they look at buying up docks next to it to put fan zones, car parks, and everything on. You know, they got the plans through to build the stadium. To build the stadium, get that done. Huge investments, a lot of money, a lot of work, a lot of time. Yeah, but I do get your point. I totally understand what you mean. I'm not saying, you know, it's a rubbish idea. I'm just saying, surely they just get the stadium done first, and then maybe, who knows? But yeah, it's good, really good point, mate. Okay, next up we have Mark Hudson, who says, Mr. D, great video and so well put together. I'm not an Everton fan, unfortunately I'm a Stokey. Oh well, don't laugh. I have mentioned a couple of times, but I'm always wondering what that building is to the right of the east stand that's been there right from early on in the build. I know you must get so many questions that you can't answer them all, but if you could, that would be great. Keep up with videos, look forward to hearing from them. William Watson's replied, it's the old hydraulic pump house which is being restored and will become a fan area for bars, cafes, etc. etc. Thanks, Mark, and thanks for the reply, William. So yeah, Mark, William's right. It is an old hydraulic pump house which is on site, and which Everton are tasked. One of the I think provisions of them taking the site was that is restored or protected or something or other. So they are protecting it. Williams replied saying it's going to become a fan area for bars and cafes. Yeah, there's a shot of it. Just going over. You can see the top of it there. I don't get it in many shots, so apologise for that. I'll get it in a few more in my next videos, Mark. Here's a couple of stills. So top right hand corner there, you can see it. And another still, again, top right hand corner. So yeah, Williams said it's the old hydraulic pump house which is being restored and will become a fan area for bars and cafes, etc. Is that right, William? I'd heard it was going to be some sort of museum or something like that. But I heard cafe. I didn't hear bar. I heard cafe and museum. So yeah. But Mark, to answer your question, it's an old pump house. It is going to be restored by Everton, I believe. At one point they were talking about having to take it down brick by brick and rebuild it, but I don't think they're having to do that now. fingers crossed anyway. So I think they've managed to protect it, but yeah, they're definitely going to be using it for something. Williams heard it's a funny area for bars, cafes, etc. I've heard it's I've heard cafe and I've heard museum. So yeah, that's what it is, Mark. Thanks for your question. I'll definitely get it in some more shots in my coming videos. Right, okay, next up we've got Dennis Cartwright. I've made this message a bit smaller as well because of the size of it, but Dennis says, lots to see again, Nick. Terracing started on the east stand megastructure as well by the north stand. I was wondering what the slots are where the concrete megastructures end by the north and south stands, same on both sides. So I'm just going up right in front of the east stand here to have a look. Jay's replied saying, you mean where the temporary roof truss supports will be sited? Dennis has replied, it's on the concrete megastructures on the outside of the west and east stand. Looks like windows or openings have been cast into the concrete. Just seems unusual. Dennis has replied, I think there may be lift shafts. So, if we pause it right there and go to a still shot, just pulling one up there. If we look there, I think you can see, I think it's these two here and here what Dennis is talking about. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Dennis. And then we'll move on to the one where I pan across the east stand. So we'll see there's one of the slots right there by that's the southeast corner, and as we move across there's one right there as well, right by that crane, the northeast corner. So yeah, we'll move back to a still to have a look at them. In fact, let's go to the zoom shot that goes along. Okay, so the zoom shot here shows them clear as well. Dennis, yeah, I can see them very clear now that you've pointed them out. That's a real great spot there. And we'll just move back to the still to talk about it. So yeah, that's a great spot. I've no idea if they are lift shafts as Jay said. I just don't know. I've no idea. Anybody, any idea what they might be? Can you let us know? I'd be interested myself. And yeah, that's a great spot. Dennis, looking at that, it's like you say, it's each end of that east stand as well. So yeah, anybody, any idea what they are? Please let us know. We'd be very grateful for that. Good spot, Dennis. Nice one. Right, okay, moving straight on. We've got LFC Loyal, who says, on your voiceover video, Nick, could you show us the car parking areas, as it doesn't look like a lot of room for parking. Firstly, fair play, LFC Loyal, for commenting on this video. Fair play to you. JFC said it's the land nearest the river. Once they reinstate the dock channel, only room for about 400 cars. Yeah, so I'm circling round the south stand here, the back of the south stand, and it's going to be well, what Jay's saying, sorry, is going to be the top, the left hand side of the south stand, so behind the west. So I'll just move picture now. So we're circling the southwest corner, and where that land is there's supposed to be some sort of car park. There was at first a multi-storey on there early in the plans, but they scrapped that. I believe it was for maybe for a few reasons, but I believe it was to do with the way it would look as well. So they scrapped that. I'll do the reveal shot coming up now, which shows us exactly where there's supposed to be some car park, and there's what Jay's saying, and there's a still shot. But I said earlier in the video, I'll just hold it there. I said earlier in the video that somebody had mentioned the park, and that there may be a resolution. So I've been told just recently by some of the guys outside Bramley Moore Dock when I go down there, that there's a couple of lads have built a big multi-storey car park not too far away. It's just up one of the side streets. I'm going to take a look at it soon in one of my videos so we can have a look. If anybody, any other droners or anybody pops up and does it now, then whatever, but it's my plan to have a look at it soon and show you all where that is. Okay, it's not far away, so there may be a bit of a resolution for that, but look, there's no actual car park, proper like Everton car park at Goodison Park for fans, and we all manage, so it keeps getting raised, this car park thing. I don't see it as a problem. You know, we'll all manage, but yeah, I think there's meant to be car park in there. Okay, and lastly, moving on, we've got Chris Lennon, who says, great video, thanks, so much progress. Do we know if the construction is on target? I heard it was a 150-week timeline. I wonder if it's on track. I read the stadium will be ready in the 24-25 season. Does this mean we think the first game is at the start of the 25-26 season or earlier? Somebody's told Gary Saxon was told a few weeks ago that they are 4 weeks ahead of schedule. And Jay said the first half of the 24-25 season most likely. Staying on this, Paul Taylor has said, I heard stuff over the weekend that the stadium won't be ready until 2025 and that it won't be open anywhere near on time due to funding issues. Hopefully these are just rumours or some individuals scaremongering. So, okay, it's so kind of the same sort of thing, Chris and Paul. So firstly, yeah, as Jay said, it's the first half of the 24-25 season, I think they were aiming for, but it's so difficult to know if they're on track, Chris. It's impossible for us to know. Only they will know that, and it's probably, you know, they have this scale. I done a video not too long ago showing the weeks that they were aiming for, you know, these like blocks, and it looked like they were on time from where they were up to and what the earlier plans said. But it's so hard to know. Paul Taylor said he's heard over the weekend that it won't be ready until 2025, and they're nowhere near on time due to funding issues. I haven't heard that, and actually, Paul, at the weekend myself, and this is just something I heard. I actually went to West Kirby Tip to get rid of some household items, and somebody there recognised me and said that he knew one of his friends had a contract at Bramley Moore Dock to do something I'm not going to mention because otherwise that'll reveal who it is. But they were not supposed to be starting for another 7 weeks and have been told to start very soon, which would mean to them they're 7 weeks ahead. So there's loads of conflicting information when it comes to are they on schedule or are they not, and it's impossible for us to know, and they won't tell us. I don't think they'll tell us, because if they were to come out and say we're 7 weeks behind, for example, there's going to be panic. There's going to be a lot of there's going to be loads of people questioning, well, what's going on? Is it the funding? Is it this? And then if they tell us they're 7 weeks ahead, then everybody's going to be so optimistic, thinking the stadium's going to be finished next year, or something. So yeah, they'll keep it to themselves. We won't know, and they've probably got a massive contingency of weeks ahead and behind of what they can work to. So hard to tell. But I believe, like Jay said, I believe the aim's for the 24-25 season. Too hard to tell if they're on time or not. I personally think, if you're asking me what I think they're ahead of schedule. But these lifting these roof trusses are proving difficult, obviously, because of the weather, which was always going to be a case. So yeah, we won't know. I don't think they'll come out and tell us exactly where they're up to, whether they're on schedule or not. I think they'll keep that to themselves. But yeah, fingers crossed. It's still looking great, isn't it? It's looking like it's coming on fantastic. So yeah, great questions, guys. Thanks for all your questions today. Just going to finish this off here, circling around to the East Stand now. But yeah, just to recap, all of the footage in this video was from the weekend's videos, what you've all left your comments and questions on. So that's what we've addressed today. So yeah, gonna finish the video up here and do my outro. skip to my outro right now. Cheers guys, thanks everyone. Okay guys, so there you go, that was my midweek video for this week. Going out, do you know what, I normally put these out on Wednesday, but I think I'll try and get this one out there today, which is Tuesday the 8th of November. Hopefully it will be today. So I'm just right by the outside the site, right by the south stand in the southeast corner here. Let's have a look. In fact, I'll turn around so it's behind me and we'll just recap. So as I said, all the footage from this video was taken from my weekend video on the 5th of November. What did we look at? So Andrew Keegan started to build the structure for the north stand roof trusses. Yeah, so we did look at those blue supports that they've put on the north stand, and we're obviously keeping an eye out for more of them. Andrew, and there was some there was some more right behind the stand that I'd spotted that were obviously ready to go up. Steve Richardson said about them lifting the roof trusses, he thought it was supposed to be this week. Well, yeah, as I said in the video, it's supposed to be, I think it was supposed to start a couple of weeks ago. It's been put back in and put back again, but like I said in my video, lifting, what I've learned of covering construction sites, when they start lifting steels, especially heavy steels, it's not an exact science, and it'll kind of go when it goes, when everything's right, when all the site's right, the weather's right and everything. I don't think it's anything to worry about. I'm sure they plan for everything, you know, they plan for delays like that. Roberto said, what's the white metal building you can see? That's actually right behind me here as well. Tell you what, it's right there just over the wall. Nearly got run over by a cyclist there. It's right there just over the wall, and that is the construction headquarters for this site. It's a big headquarters as well. And if you can see just over the wall, they've got like a big viewing platform up there, if you can see that. Take a look at that in my weekend video probably. Swifty, looks like the bridge at the northwest corner has started being installed. Yeah, I tried to have a look at that bridge. Was it what I pointed out, Swifty? Let me know, or anybody else, let me know what your comments are on that. Tony said about the car park fan zone, buying up Nelson Dock, that's right. Buying up Nelson Dock behind the south stand. I gave you my thoughts on that. I think, yeah, it's a great comment, great idea, but I think personally build the stadium first. Mark Hudson mentioned the building on the right, which is the old hydraulic pump house. We spoke about that. Dennis said about those splits at the east stand each end. Yeah, I'm each end of the east stand. So yeah, anybody knows what they are, please let us know. Car parking, we spoke about the car parking, which I'm going to cover a bit more. There's not that much. I'll tell you what as well, I think Jay had said there's room for 400 cars up the end, but he's actually sent a comment since I done my video yesterday saying he believes it's only 80 odd parking spaces. So yeah, could be an update on that. And we spoke about, is it on schedule? We don't actually know. Personally, I think they're ahead of schedule, but we don't know, we'll never know. Guys, this video is probably about 25 minutes long, so if you stuck till the end, thank you very much. I'm going to end it here. Please like, share, subscribe. Please leave your comments down below. Appreciate all comments. For any branded clothing, please visit Design and Stitch in Morton for any branded clothing. Please subscribe. Only about 30% of people that watch my videos actually subscribe, so please get subscribing. And if you'd like to buy me a beer, you can do so here, only if you'd like to. Guys, thanks very much for watching, especially if you kept stuck to the end. Thanks guys, take care, bye now.